Their explainer. Today, we're grabbing our dive gear, but actually scratch that, we're heading somewhere completely unexpected. Dave the Diver is back, but this time, he's trading those familiar salty depths of the blue hole for something way more green, and honestly, a whole lot more dangerous. We are diving headfirst into the In the Jungle DLC. It's a massive expansion that drops us into this mysterious freshwater lake just packed with aggressive new predators and a completely new ecosystem that you've got to master. If you want to survive these piranha-infested waters and build the absolute ultimate jungle restaurant, you need to know exactly where to find every single resource, so let's jump right in.
Here's exactly what we'll be covering in today's explainer. Welcome to the jungle, Donnie and the jungle economy, surface survival and foraging, jungle gun creature drops, the deep, ancient sea, and finally, the ultimate farming routine.
Starting with Section 1, Welcome to the Jungle, leaving the blue hole behind.
The sheer scale of the shift we're looking at here is pretty incredible. Like, this isn't just some quick little side quest, it's a standalone pack boasting over 10 hours of brand new story and gameplay. We're literally leaving the ocean diving and sushi restaurant mechanics in the rearview mirror. Instead, we're exploring this massive freshwater lake and setting up shop in Utara Village at the brand new Bancho Grill. And let me tell you, Bancho is really stepping his game up. There is absolutely no sushi here. We're talking a fully cooked jungle menu, and Dave's gonna have to hustle, moving freely across multiple serving areas just to keep all those new customers happy.
Moving on to Section 2, Donnie and the Jungle Economy, funding your expansion.
Now, if you want to expand and actually survive out here, you've really got to understand how the money works. Enter Donnie. This is the new primary currency of the jungle. Honestly, without Donnie, progressing through your jungle upgrades is basically impossible. You're going to need it for tool enhancement, for smithing those absolutely crucial ingots, and most importantly, for modifying your new jungle gun. Oh, and that gold from your original sushi restaurant? Yeah, that won't save you here. You've got to build your jungle wealth from scratch.
So, the million-dollar question, how do we actually get our hands on Donnie? Well, your primary earning loops are pretty straightforward. You'll be serving customers at the new Bancho Grill, completing main and submissions, and defeating those turn-based enemies over in the Seta Forest. It's also really cool to note that Utara Village features this real-time, almost Stardew Valley-like relationship system. Befriending villagers by doing tasks means they'll eventually come visit Bancho Grill, which directly ties your community bonds to your restaurant's bottom line. Talk about a win-win, right?
Section 3. Surface survival and foraging. Let's talk mining and gathering on land.
Before we even think about jumping into the water, let's look at what we can gather safely on solid ground. There's a very strict progression to your gathering tools this time around. In Utara Village, your base pickaxe and axe, they're totally fine for gathering beginner resources, like black iron, tin ore, and Bankray wood. But as you push further into Seta Forest or Surga Falls for late game materials, stuff like silver, gold, teak, and mahogany wood, you absolutely must upgrade your tools to level 2 or 3. If you don't, you're just going to be staring at valuable resources that you literally can't harvest, which is the worst feeling.
But wait, what do you actually do with all that ore? I see so many players stockpiling ore endlessly without a clue how to use it. Well, here is a crucial pro tip straight from our source material. You turn those ores into ingots at the blacksmith. But here's the catch. The blacksmith doesn't actually unlock until Chapter 2, during the Bancho's Cooking Tools mission. So definitely mine early on, but don't panic when you can't smelt everything on day 1. It's coming, I promise.
Next up on the surface, we've got your daily spawns. You're going to need these for crafting all that sweet new custom furniture for the grill. Make it a habit to check the Utara Village beach every single day. 2 items will spawn. We're talking things like white freshwater clam shells or these really colorful feathers. You have to collect both items to force the spawns to refresh for the next day. Oh, and don't forget to explore at night. Look for the evening primrose near Basu's house, and make sure to shake the trees in Surga Falls to grab different colors of plumeria and hibiscus.
Let's head into Section 4, Jungle Gun Creature Drops. It's time to gear up for the depths. All right, it's time to leave the relative safety of the village and gear up for the deep water. So, I have to ask, where do you find the materials to modify your brand new 4-in-1 jungle gun? Honestly, this is one of the most exciting additions we're covering in this explainer. You've got this single weapon that transforms on the fly into a net gun, a shotgun, a sniper, and a regular gun. It's awesome. But to actually upgrade it at Muna Station, you are going to need some very specific creature drops.
Let's start with the upper lake, sweeping from the surface down to about 35 meters. Consider yourselves warned. This freshwater lake is absolutely packed with aggressive pack hunters. You've got red-belly piranhas and the silver Goliath tigerfish just roaming these upper waters looking for a fight. And if you're specifically hunting for the black caiman tooth, you need to head to the top right corner, right around the 12-meter depth mark. Grabbing these drops is absolutely essential for getting your early gun modifications locked in.
Pushing a bit deeper now, into that 35 to 75 meter range, the predators get significantly larger, and yeah, a whole lot more dangerous. You're going to be hunting the giant snakehead. You'll spot its dark blue and silver belly, and the platinum alligator gar, which sports this incredibly aggressive pointy beak. But the specific drop you really want to watch out for down here is the electric eel power generator. You'll find the extremely hostile electric eel lurking on the ground right around the 45-meter mark. Watch your back with that one.
Now, what if you've searched the whole lake and still can't find certain creatures? Well, that's because some of them are cleverly hidden behind special unlocks. For example, to get the giant snapping turtle sinew, you have to complete the submission from Sato. But here's the trick. That mission actually requires you to log 50 Marinka balloon entries first. It's only after you do that that the fire eel will even spawn in the bottom left alcove. Similarly, the giant freshwater stingray, that big guy won't even appear until you've fully completed the post-lake purification submission.
Which brings us to Section 5, the Deep Ancient Sea, surviving Chapter 6 and beyond.
Okay, this is where things get truly tense. 140 meters. I just want you to let that extreme depth sink in for a second. That is how far down you have to dive to reach the absolute bottom of the sea beneath the lake. Oxygen is incredibly scarce down here, and the creatures? They are ancient, they are massive, and they are highly, highly aggressive. You do not want to mess around at this depth.
Because oxygen is just so precious down here, you literally cannot afford to swim around aimlessly. You need to memorize these specific paths. To snag the Oculamna wing, you're going to take the first door on the right as you descend. That'll be right around 117 meters. But if you need Burgess and Medusa bristles or the optimal Saurus lens, you've got to go all the way down to 140 meters and take the doors on the left. Seriously, knowing these exact locations will literally save your life.
And while we're talking about the deep stuff, here is a vital public service announcement regarding those red and blue sunning stones you'll see scattered around the lake and the ancient sea. Do not try to harvest them with your base tools. It won't work. You absolutely must unlock the laser emitter first, which happens in Chapter 3 during the main mission called The Path to the Forest. If you try to farm them before unlocking that laser, you're just wasting your precious dive time.
Finally, Section 6, the ultimate farming routine. It's time to master your daily loop. All right, let's bring the energy back up. We've gathered all this awesome data, and now it's time to combine it into one highly efficient, actionable master plan. I'd highly encourage you to literally screenshot this daily roadmap right now to maximize your time in the DLC. Step 1, hit the beach first thing to grab those shells and feathers to force the respawn. Step 2, mine the Utara ore nodes before doing anything else. Step 3, forage for wood and plants while you're running around the village. Step 4, when you finally dive, target just one specific material drop per run to maximize your oxygen efficiency. Don't try to hunt everything at once. It's a trap. And Step 5, wrap it all up by completing tasks around town to earn that sweet, sweet doni.
And honestly, if there is one single takeaway you remember from this entire explainer, make it this quote directly from our source guide. Creature drops are random. Save before fighting rare creatures and reload if you don't get the drop. Yes, we are talking about save scumming. If you're a completionist, implementing this strategy will save you hours of absolute frustration when you're just trying to get that one specific fin or tooth.
So we've covered the economy, the foraging, the intense deep-sea navigation, and the optimal daily routine. With over 10 hours of new story waiting for you, I've just got to leave you with this. Are you ready to dive in and conquer the jungle economy, or are you going to end up as piranha bait? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Get out there, upgrade that jungle